Skill can be learned, unlearned, and relearned. It is far easier to become expert in 3 skills or 5 skills as compared to becoming an expert in 20 skills. Hello everybody, this is me Sajid and welcome to this video. In my last video, I talked about different level of skill proficiencies. In this video, we are going to discuss about different approaches on developing skills. We will be talking about one of the approach called T-shaped approach, and the other approach, we can call it inverted T. And when I say different approaches to learn different skills, it doesn't mean that you could learn a skill by attending a school or something. We are not going to talk from that angle. I'm going to emphasize that how do you capture or gather the skills that help you shape your profile over time. There is one school of thought that says that you do not start by capturing 10 skills or 10 different functional areas. You start one functional area, you build expertise in that, and you master that specific functional area and you become an expert in that area. And then as you grow in your career, you start capturing other skills as well. If I have to rephrase it, when you start your career, you don't start from 20 skills. You start from 5 skills. You focus on those 5 skills in whatever you do. And of course, those skills, as I had explained in one of my previous videos, that those skills would be core skills and common skills, and then differentiated skills. You focus on 5 to 6 core skills, and then you become expert in 2 to 3 out of those core skills. And as you grow in your career, then you basically expand the horizon of your skills. So if you had earlier 6 skills and you had proven that you are expert in these skills, then there comes a time when you expand your skills and you can then say that I know these additional 20 skills. Now these additional 20 skills, that's where you would not be calling yourself as an expert, but in general saying that you know those skills at a knowledge level or maybe at expert level as well. But the idea is that it is far easier to become expert in 3 skills or 5 skills as compared to becoming an expert in 20 skills. We are known for the skills that we acquire. We are known for the skills we have. If you have 20 skills and people are not able to identify you basis your top 2 to 3 skills, you have a problem because you would be considered a generalist. And trust me, journalists are not always as appreciated as specialists. I know that I'm using this term journalist and specialist now. I could have started using those terms earlier, but there is a reason I'm not doing that. The idea is to explain you in a simpler manner. There is another school of thought, and that says that no, you do not pick any specific niche in the beginning. You work in different functional areas, you capture as much skills as you can. As you grow in your career, you narrow these skills down and make these skills more sharper with time. To give you an example like this, that you start from sales, you go into marketing, you go into IT, and you are capturing different skills to understand what works for you and what you like. And then you pick 3 to 4 out of those skills, and as you grow in your career, you pick a specific niche and you become expert in that. That's also another way of thinking. I would not say that one of the ways is basically wrong. Both are right. It also depends on your personal preferences. But generally, what I have seen is if you follow the first approach where you start with specific skills, you become master in that specific skills, and then you broaden the horizon of skills, that makes more value. As you climb corporate ladder, you are required to know a lot more skills. Let me give you an example. A CIO does not necessarily need to know programming. A CIO could be anyone. A developer could become a CIO after 13 years. A business analyst could become a CIO. A DevOps guy could become a CIO. Anyone from the technical teams could become a CIO. The skills that they needed to become a CIO were not the expertise in one of the domains. The expertise brought them to the point where they were known to be expert in 1 or 2 functional areas. And then for the CIO, they do not need one specific functional area expertise. They need holistic perspective, and that works perfectly well when you develop your expertise or your skills in the shape of T. As I said earlier, that there is nothing right or wrong. Everyone has a different perspective, but be mindful of how you develop your skills. And just assume for a moment that you have spent 10 years and you're still trying to understand what skills you should develop. I would say it's a point to ponder because you should have planned these things in advance. And I would say it is never too late to make career planning. And this is not a one-day job. This is something that you do over the course of your career, where you are always coming in and revisiting your skills. It's not like this that you are visiting your skills on day-to-day basis. And it's also not like this that you are visiting your skills after 10 years. You should have a regular sync to see how much skills have you captured and what is the best way to tackle and cater those skills. Please remember that a skill can be learned, unlearned, and relearned over time. It is absolutely possible that you might have used a skill 10 years ago and you need it today. You can relearn it, polish it, and then start using it again. Skills are always evolving. It is not possible that the skills that you had acquired 5 years ago or 3 years ago might still be relevant. You may have to unlearn some of the skills, and you have to continuously update the skills. And that is what we mean by staying up to date. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions or queries, I would be happy to answer. Let me know in comments, and see you in the next video.